I was like, I think by the time I figured out to do a music video, I had all 3 songs done, you know, and I was like, all right, how can I? This is my project. We need a video. What song do I do? And I was like, man, let's do all 3. Let's make a visual. Let's release it. Drop it online and have 3 music videos, and you get to see them. If you log in, you get the 3 songs, 3 music videos, bam, and that's the release, which was also very ambitious. I like to, bite a lot off at once sometimes. But so it all started, man. I hit up Iric. I was like, yo, I got this concept. And me and my homies, man, on my 30th birthday, we did an all-white theme. Everybody dressed all white, and we were out in Colorado at Red Rocks seeing the Disco Biscuits. And it was, well, actually, before that, it was Mexico 2 years ago. I met my homie Kurt, and Kirk, yeah. And he'd been doing this shit forever. He does all white Sundays. And my homie just wears all white on Sunday. And so we were at the fish show on Sunday, and he was a friend of a friend. He was like, bro, you should join us. Go get some all whites. So I'm in Mexico, so I went and got linen shorts, white linen, a nice little white shirt, and we're on the beach in Mexico in the sand listening to our favorite band. And it just felt good, man. There was something about being with your squad and everybody's in the all white. Everybody's in the all, rocking the same outfit. So that shit was dope, and we carried it on to my 30th birthday. I told everybody pull up all white, and we had VIP seats for the show, and everybody in my section had all white. And you just feel godly and just together and like in a unit, in a gang, in a team. And so when I hit up Iric to do the music video, I just kind of had that in my head. And this was also well, no, I think COVID, yeah, I think by the time I met with Iric, COVID was popping off. And I remember hitting him up being like, bro, are you even making music videos right now? Like, are people doing this? Like, should I do this? I don't know. Shit's so weird. He was like, bro, I'll shoot a music video if you want. I was like, hell yeah, come through. So he came over, and I didn't have much of an idea. My idea was literally, let's do all white, and maybe we can have like a Jesus's Last Supper type scene around a table with the produce. Again, I try to highlight on the 3-packs, me and the producer. And so this daily produce thing, I thought that would be a cool visual at the table, all white, Jesus' Last Supper. And that was about the extent of my idea. I didn't know what was going to be more than that. So I tell Iric that I wanted to do the 3-song music video. So he hits me with an idea to do like heaven, purgatory, and hell, and have each video related to that. So we were gonna do Whatchu Need is heaven, 3 to the 3's purgatory, and started with an OZ is a hell. And I was like, all right, I kind of fuck with that, and we talked about that. And Iric was the one who said, well, we got this table. I like Jesus' Last Supper. What do you think about a food fight? And I was like, oh shit, that would be crazy. He was like, it's going to be hard. It's not easy, but with the right people, we could pull it off. And I was like, all right. And so we were going to move into purgatory. I can't even remember what we were going to do for that. And then the hell shit was going to be crazy. I was going to be like running through the woods, being chased by these demon chicks, and then I'd jump off a cliff and dive into some clear water, and all the demon chicks follow me. And then when we come out of the water, they're just turned into like beautiful, like well-shaped ladies. And that never happened. But the idea of the food fight stuck. So I marinated on that shit for a couple weeks, and that started getting I started thinking, and I started to see it happen, started to visualize it. And then basically, man, from there, I was like, fuck Jesus' Last Supper shit. I was like, we don't need to do the heaven thing. Let's stick with the all white, um, and let's invite all the homies, all my friends, and let's make it a big event. And so I went lyric by lyric with my pen and scripted this thing out. It was my first time ever doing that. The video before that, I just went for it. I was like, let's pull up at a skate park, let's shoot in front of this gas station. But this one was more of a production, a movie. And so I feel like once I put the pen to the paper, everything started to materialize and come to fruition. It was no longer like this far out thought that I had. It was like starting to happen. Um, so I reached back out to Iric. I'm like, bro, I got a full script, And I hit my homie up in California. His name's Seaton, and he records music videos all the time. So I got his input on some things, and he put me on some game. He was like, what is it called? Where you draw the picture of like storyboard. He was like, bro, do some storyboarding, like draw it out so your guy can see the vision, you know. And so I wrote down scripts second by second, like 0 seconds to 5 seconds, this happens. 6 seconds to 10 seconds, this happens. For 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the song. Um, then I got out my stick figures and storyboarded that shit, and then my homie told me to take it even farther, go on like iMovie, and actually take the drawings and put it in on the song, even if it's like a stick figure, but storyboard it so he can see what I want. I didn't do that, but I did draw it out. And so Iric pulls up, and I had all this information for him, and it was cool. I think he was hype on it. He was just for me to have the writing and to like be able to give it to him and everything. I think that helped him out a lot. And he was like, bro, I've never done anything like this. This is about to be crazy. And to hear him say that, got me hype, because he's done a bunch of videos. I've done one. So from there, it just started to come together. But then it's so many pieces after that. I was like, all right, I got the videographer and I got a script. You know, we need a bunch of produce. We need girls. We need homies. We need a piece of property to shoot it on. We need weather to cooperate. We need all of these people to cooperate. I reached out to a couple homies, and I wanted to come to Greensboro, man. That's where I'm from. That's where my name, Tommy Blaze 336. Like, I love the borough. I love my community there. And so I wanted to do it there, and made a Facebook page. And I started inviting everybody. Started texting everybody. Got a date. Found a piece of property. You got to get porta potties. You got to get food for everybody. And but people were into it, Like, everybody I reached out was like, fuck yeah, I'll come have a food fight. Like, well, I've never had a food fight. Let's do it. And so then Iric takes the script I made and he turns it into more based on the camera, type script. And I send that out to, about 40 people and invite people to come through. And bro, it worked out really good. And I was so impressed. Big shout out to everybody that came to the video, man, because that's just going down in history. Because the support is fucking, God, none of this would be possible, if you didn't come out, throw some fruit, or just chill, give a hug, or hang out. But so as the video started taking place, I'm going to go back a little bit before we got there. One thing that, started to creep in my mind is going back to the COVID shit. It's like, fuck, do we need to wear masks? Like, we got to be responsible. There's more elements to it. So I decided, after talking to people, we probably need masks. And that's when I, decided I was going to make the shirts. You know, we'll go with the all white theme. Um, but you know, I'm a screen printer, so I can make the shirts. Shout out my homie Logan Garalia on the artwork. Um, he's a screen printer as well, an artist. I reached out to him. He did these hand drawn Vision Quest shirts, front, back, here. So we had all these for the homies. Then we had crop tops for the girls, and yoga shorts. And so I added into the script, you know, all this talk about masks and COVID and shit. Um, I was like, man, this could be cool. Like, people have been in their house, they haven't been to live music, they haven't been around other people, they haven't done anything like this. Like, this could be really good for people. So, you know, people were excited, man. People brought food, um, brought clothes. Like, it was a cool thing for people to do. And I wanted it to be like that. You know, I wanted people to come and feel safe and feel like they had a spot where they could damn fucking get out of their house and get out of their quarantine and fucking like have some fun and like while out and have a food fight. Um, so we decided to go with masks, and so the video starts out, you know, everybody around the table masked up, um, and then I rap the first verse around the table, and then second verse when I jump on the table. I wanted that to be a triumphant, like everybody, like mask off, like imagine like COVID's done, you know, or they're, whatever, like it's not mandated anymore. Like live your life pre-COVID, like rip that bitch off, throw it out there, and then boom, all craziness happens. Food fight flying everywhere. That was my vision in it. And so people were hype about it. They were
what about going outside, like those main circle of friends, like getting, because there are a lot of people involved.
Yeah, man, it was cool. There was a couple people showed up that I didn't know. That were like invited by other people, or like in the Facebook group. A couple girls came, brought casseroles and jello, and they loved it. They were into it. Um, I had, you and Christian from Greenville came out and did all the behind the scenes stuff, which was super dope. It was really dope. Is a friend of mine. I hadn't seen her since freshman year of high school, and she hit me up. She's she's a model, and was like in a contest for Maxim. Um, and I was voting for her, and we were catching up a little bit. I was like, yo, come out to the music video. And so she came out, and so that was cool to like reconnect. My homie Lofi, we're like, I don't see him nearly as much as I used to, but we played football together back in the day, middle school, high school, and he was, I reached out to him. He was all about it. He bought the Air Force Ones. He was ready to go. So it was cool for him to come. It was a big week. I actually had a family reunion the week leading up, which was cool. My cousin Carr came out to the shoot. He wasn't in the video, but he came and chilled. It was support. It was just dope to see that. So the week leading up to it was a little stressful. The radar, it looks like it was going to rain the whole week. I had all these shirts to make, plus I was supposed to be on vacation. So I was traveling back and forth from Montreat, North Carolina to Greenville. And I would work all day and then drive to Montreat, hang out with my family, wake up in the morning, drive back to work, make more stuff, drive back to vacation. Came back, packed my whole car up. I got like 15 outfits, 15 pairs of Jordans. And just came to Greensboro, met up with Banks. Shout out Banks. She held it down super hard. She actually took over the role of like being in charge of the girls pretty much, who were going to be dancing, and it was just a little much for me to deal with it all. My homegirl Amber, who killed it in the video, shout out Amber. We ran out of produce. I'm like, fuck, we got one more scene to go, and she had a little lunchbox with a salad. Yo, you care if I use your salad?
That's where that came from.
She was like, sure, you got my salad. The homie on the property went and got like a cantaloupe and some spinach, and we put a couple things together for the last scene. But that was the one thing we didn't really think through. It was like, all right, we're gonna have a food fight, and then we need food for this last scene. But it worked out perfect, man. It was kind of like funny, you know. It was like it went from this extravagant thing to like at the end, like I'm like putting like spinach in a bag for somebody, you know. Like you gotta be able to go with the flow. Whether you're making a song, making a music video, making anything, like it's rarely is it gonna be perfect, you know. You gotta be able to adapt. All in all, man, it was that shit made me really happy, man. I wanted to do something fun. I wanted everybody to have a good time. I wanted everybody to forget about all the bullshit and fucking create something. And like us all to be together. And the song's pretty lighthearted, you know. It's just a good time. And I hope everybody